So just take a moment to arrive. I think you have already arrived. Yes, by acknowledging zillions of years of goodness we accumulated, brought to us here, this moment. Big time, at least for me, big time. Each of you have your own journey, life journey, and pass the obstacle one by one. And came to this point. So fortunate. First thing I would like to do is acknowledging, rejoicing how fortunate, how precious this moment is. We have been taking refuge entire life since we are born. But particularly think about this world, that this moment of history, the world of turbulence, conflict, and unpredictability. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. In the middle of that, where would you go for refuge? Where would you take refuge? Or what would you take refuge in? So refuge is an invitation to really examine where we habitually turn for comfort, safety, shelter, sanctuary. As a spiritual practitioner, Dharma practitioners, we take refuge in something called the three jewels, so-called the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Of course, what each jewel entails will unfold as a deep contemplation of and appreciation for the meaning of the three jewels as our object of refuge along our spiritual journey. I also said or remind ourselves that what's the ultimate refuge? There are many refuges. What is it? What did the Buddha say? Ultimate refuge. Buddha's famous word, be a lamp unto yourself. So that's the word he uttered at the deathbed, right? So that's the place we want to go for refuge. We want to unveil or discover, and we are a lamp. Really realize that we are a lamp unto ourselves. So that's the Buddha's realization. So again, this gathering is an opportunity really to listen to Buddha's advice, Buddha's realization, our own awakened nature, you can say, or Buddha nature, the truth of who and what we truly are. That's the ultimate refuge, no? That will not deceive us or disappoint us. Always available, and no matter whatever happening in this wave, the turbulence of the human condition we are in, we can count on, we can really rely on to cross the stormy waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death. That's one thing I would like to remind ourselves. And of course, this idea of commitment. Whenever we have opportunity, spiritual opportunity, it comes with a commitment or duty or sense of responsibility. So this is an opportunity to make a commitment to the path of practice Dharma. Of course, what that means, practicing Dharma. But this is the first step, entryway to realizing our own true nature. Always have entryway, right? So this is the beginning, like as if you are opening the gate. Then we know now, we can see where we are going. We are on the path, Dharma path. Also, this is a skillful means, not something solidified, refuge out there or in here. Something very useful, meaningful, skillful means that involves consciously moving toward our longing to be free from suffering, such that the momentum of our life flows continuously in the direction of awakening, whatever we do in our lives. You know, each of you have your own life journey, life circumstance, but whatever you do, it goes for this direction of awakening, unveiling your true nature. So this is the first step and the skillful means. So in other words, without taking refuge, there's no path on our journey. Forget about the bodhisattva, fearless bodhisattva path. Forget about this skillful, amazing tantric journey. So this is very important. Then, of course, we have to remind ourselves the essential point of Dharma practice. It's not something externally we can see, so to speak. What Buddha said was transforming our mind. That's the essence of the practice, no? And we devote ourselves to this inner journey. So in Tibetan Buddhism, once taking refuge, we become an inner being, Nampa. Nam means inner being. Maybe first time our attention to our own true nature, mind. So that's Nampa, so inner being. So we become an inner being. Always our attention is seeking a refuge externally, but this is maybe past moment, moving moment to really recognize refuge in here, right now, every moment. That's kind of recognition. And also refuge is not something to do once. I'm sure all of you actually were already taken refuge, so you are on the path. But the refuge is actually moment-to-moment commitment. Then this kind of opportunity is very rare, and we take advantage of it. Especially today, we're going to do a formal refuge ceremony based on the liturgy, which involved the ancient Indian ceremony, Buddha's time. So this has a 2,500-year history. So you're going to participate in this ancient, again, forest ceremonies, cutting hair and receiving the new name. This is symbolic as well as, in a sense, literal. You are reborn, or that you are born as a new inner being. Studying refuge is one of the beautiful topic, study, beautiful subject. So I really encourage you to go back again and again. Refuge encompasses the entire path. So everything relates, bring it to the karmic cause and effect, and emptiness, and bodhicitta, everything can be condensed, encompassed by the refuge. So very important and beautiful subject. Learning about the Buddha's body and so forth. You contemplate on a precious human life. So rare to meet. How fortunate we are. We have a moment, immerse yourself in this spiritual fortune we are experiencing right now in the middle of a turbulent world. Every shiroka touches our heart. For example, here, going quickly to the noble body trees and sitting there to benefit the sentient being, subduing all interfering forces, they will fully awaken and turn the great wheel of Dharma. See if we can imagine you are sitting exactly as Buddha did. His sole purpose was to overcome suffering. He quickly went under the noble body tree. Imagine you are sitting like that. Buddha said, I will teach you only two things, suffering and removal of suffering. So all these so-called 84,000 method teaching were geared toward how we can overcome suffering and free from the unnecessary pain, struggle, all of that. No? So today's refuge ceremony hopefully provided us the tool and the method, skillful means for us to step in the exactly same path or the path which Buddha laid out for us with his greatest kindness, compassion from now on. For those of you who already have, but renewed, this is again, it's good to renew again and again. And also those of you who have a different traditions, but this does not contradict. Buddha was very clear about it. He was so open. This is enhances, I hope enhances your main spiritual tradition, whatever you are following. Inner being is inner being. We are talking about who you are. That is a spiritual practice, no? So see if we can, of course, including myself really, to become a lighthouse for the ocean waves of turbulence, of the waves of birth, old age, sickness, death, then see if we can shine the light to the darkness in the world.